This is our math meet for April 28th, 2020. I'm not sure if it's recording me or not. I'm going to get started and see if it records me. It might just be recording you, Jacob, okay?
Okay.
I'm not sure. So the people listening might just have to listen in and see what you do, okay? I'm not sure if it's working. Okay, our first question, number 1. Can you see it?
I can't see the question.
You can or cannot?
I cannot see the question. I can only see the answer choices.
Oh. About right now.
What is that?
I'm going to read it, okay,
Mom.
Jacob?
What does it say?
Okay, boys and girls, it says the Smith
Mom,
family is packing. The Smith family is packing to move. Each moving box holds 30 glasses. There are 3 boxes. How many glasses are there? I'm going to read it again. The Smith family is packing to move. Each moving box holds 30 glasses. There are 3 boxes. How many glasses are there? And then there's your answer.
I will go with A, 90 glasses.
And you are, I'm going to let other people have a chance to do theirs and see what they come up with. A, B, C, or D. You are correct, Jacob. It's A, 90 glasses. Which operation did you use?
Multiplication.
Multiplication. The question was how many glasses are there? The important numbers were 30 glasses and 3 boxes, and the key word was each moving box holds 30. And so the key word each usually tells you to either divide or multiply, and this was a multiplication problem. This is where I did. Go ahead.
You can also use addition by doing 3 30s and add them together.
That is correct. Multiplication is repeated addition, and you'll get the same answer if you add 3 30s together. 30 times 3 is 90. And then here is an example of what you just said. I do 3 boxes, and I put 30 in each one, because those are the boxes for packing. And those are the 3 boxes for packing and the 30 glasses in each one. And then over here, I added 30 together 3 times to equal 90. Good job. Question number 2. This is what it says. I'll let the people at home have a chance to read it if they can see it. Like I said, I'm not sure if they can see me or not, and they might just be seeing you, so they have to listen. And it says Samantha drives 2,100 miles each week. How many miles does she drive in 4 weeks? A, 840 miles. B, 850 miles. C, 8,400 miles. Or D, 8,500 miles.
I got 8,400 miles.
Okay, let's see. Let's give the other kids a chance to do some work. They should be looking at the question sentence. How many miles does she drive in 4 weeks? The important numbers are 2,100 and 4. And the key word is each. Each week says you're going to either multiply or divide. And when we decide which operation, multiplication or division, when we're deciding between those two, we need to visualize it. You got the correct answer. It is C, 8,400. Check, check, check. So for doing the problem in our standard way of doing it, 2,100 or 2,100 times 4 equals 8,400. And I drew a picture of the visual. I put that week 1 passed by and they did 2,100 miles. Week 2, 2,100 miles. Week 3, 2,100 miles. And I knew that was adding those 4 numbers all together. Repeated addition is multiplication. And so I also did it over here where I added 2,100 plus 2,100 plus 2,100 plus 2,100. Got the same answer, 8,400. If you are doing repeated addition instead of multiplication, make sure you line up the numbers correctly. Because if you don't put them correctly in line, then it's not going to give you the right answer. Good job. All right. Number 3. Here's the question. Just in case they can see it at home. I don't know yet. Jacob may or may not be able to see it. It might be too small. I'm going to read the question a couple of times. Antonio runs 4 miles each day. How many miles does he run in 1 year? Remember, 1 year has 365 days. I'm going to read it again. Antonio runs 4 miles each day. How many miles does he run in 1 year? Remember, 1 year has 365 days. Then there's the answer choices down there. 2,240 miles, 1,640 miles, 1,460 miles, or 1,240 miles.
I got 1,400.
1,460?
No, 1,400.
Okay, do it again because that's not one of the choices. And I'm really glad that happened, because if you had a multiple choice question and your answer doesn't match any of the answers, that means you need to try again. Looks like your sister is in there.
It's 1,440.
That's good. 1,400 almost 1,460. And I think part of it is that you can't see the answers too good. But it's C, 1,460. Let's check your answer. On the first, when you did 365 times 4. Good job. Good job. I can see that. Pull it back just a little bit. I think you might have got the right answer the first time, but just read it wrong. The one that you X'd out, because the 6 kind of looks like a 0. Good job. The first column, 5 times 4, you should have got 20. And you should have carried the 2. And then 6 times 4 is 24. Plus 2 is what? What's 24 plus 2?
26.
26. So for the second column, the tens place, you should have put a 6 in the tens column and then carried the 2. And then 3 times 4 is 12. Plus the 2 is 13. Let's move on. Number 4. You hold it up. Can you see that at all?
I can't see like one line of the.
Lola is planning a surprise party for her brother. She is inviting 34 people besides her brother and herself. She can seat 6 people at each table. How many tables will Lola need? And your answer choices are 5 tables, 6 tables, 7 tables, and 8 tables. So, let me read it again. Lola is planning a surprise party for her brother. She is inviting 34 people besides her brother and herself. So how many people are coming to the party, Jacob? Well, how many people are going to be at the party?
I was distracted. My pencil dropped on the floor.
Okay, I'll read it again.
Pick it up.
It's okay. Lola is planning a surprise party for her brother. She is inviting 34 people besides her brother and herself. So how many people are actually going to be there?
34.
No, listen, she is inviting 34 people besides her brother and herself. So how many people?
32.
No. I know what you were thinking, but they mean there's herself, her brother, and 34 other people. So how many people is it in all?
36.
That's right, 36. And so now the next part of the question says she can seat. Okay, Damaria's here. Just a second. See if she can get in. Well, that's Damarian. Hi, Damarian.
Hi, Miss Dixon.
Hi. How are you doing today?
Good.
Okay, we're on a question. We're about halfway through it. Okay, so when we go on to question 5, then you can join in. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So the next part says she can see. There's 36 people at the party altogether, and she can seat 6 people at each table. So how many tables is she going to need?
So 36 people.
I can see Jacob's working it out. He knows that there are 36 people in all, and there's 6 tables.
I know the thing is division.
It is division. They're dividing those people into tables, and they need to see how many.
What she got?
So that's dividing. Guys, I'm going to go let my cat outside, okay, because it's crying. Okay, just a minute.
Is 6 an answer?
Yes, that's 6.
I knew it was 6.
So I guess there's 8 questions, Demarian.
What?
I guess there's 8 questions because this is our 4th question. So is there 8 questions?
There are 7 questions.
Oh, then we're getting.
Well, I'm late.
Yes, we have a few more. The answer is 6. Good job. And what we did was we first added 34 and 2 to find out that there was 36 people altogether. And then we divided 36 by 6 because there's 6 people at each table. So we divided 36 up and we got 6 tables. And you could have done an input-output chart too. And then 1 table with 6 people, 2 tables, 12 people, 3 tables, 18 people, all the way up until when you got up to 36 people, and then you found out that it was 6. 6 tables with 6 people in each table is 36, because 6 times 6 equals 36. And division and multiplication, they're opposite operations. So if 36 divided by 6 equals 6, then 6 times 6 equals 36. Okay, number 5. Okay, number 5. Joe does push-ups, sit-ups, and jumping jacks. He does these in a different order every day. How many different orders are possible? Make an organized list to help you solve the problem.
I don't know that.
This is one that we haven't done in class.
Yeah,
I think we did it once or twice. Where you make a list. You forgot how to do that. Well, I'm going to give the kids at home, because I'm recording this, Damari, I'm recording this, okay? I don't know for sure if it's going to record correctly, because on my screen, it's only showing Jacob. I don't know why. It's just Jacob's face. That might be the whole video. I don't know. Now it's showing you, Damarian. But we'll see when I post the recording if it worked or not.
Mine does that too, Miss Hickson. It shows you and Jacob.
Well, for some reason, it's not showing my face at all. It's only showing the kids' faces. So I don't know if it's working or not. But what you need to do when you're making a list like this is you need to write just a shortened version of the words. You don't want to write the whole words out. So you have push-ups, so you write a P. Sit-ups, so you write an S. And jumping jacks, so you just write a J. And so one way to do them in order is to do PSJ. Push-ups first, sit-ups second, and then jumping jacks. But then the second time you do it, you're going to do push-ups first again, but you're going to do jumping jacks second and sit-ups last. So the first one is push-ups first. The second one is also push-ups first, but the first one is push-ups, sit-ups, and then jumping jacks. And the second one is push-ups, jumping jacks, and then sit-ups. So here is answer key. Look. Push-ups, sit-ups, and then jumping jacks. Push-ups, jumping jacks, and then sit-ups. And then when you do it the next time, you say, okay, this time I'm going to put sit-ups first.
What is
And you put sit-ups and then push-ups and jumping jacks, then sit-ups and then jumping jacks and then push-ups. And then the third time you do it, you're like, okay, I'm going to do jumping jacks first. Do jumping jacks and then sit-ups and then push-ups, and then jumping jacks, push-ups, and then sit-ups.
What was everything?
And as you can see, we went through and just did it in every order that was possible. Does that make sense to you? Thumbs up? Thumbs up. All right. Next one. Number 6. This one is estimation. And who can say what we do when we estimate?
Round.
Okay, see, I
You
just
round. You round. That's right. When you're estimating, you're rounding. And this one says estimate the quotient of 555 divided by 8. Round the first number, but don't round the second number, okay? And your quotient is your answer.
So it's 60 times 8. 60 divided by 8.
560. Good job. 560 divided by 8.
500.
Because 555, it rounds up to 560. So write it 560 and then put I'm gonna hide it. There's your problem. 560 divided by 8. It's long division.
I got 70.
Okay, good. I'll let you know if you got it right or wrong in just a second. We're gonna let all the other kids do too.
question.
Okay, so we're doing 560 divided by 8. 8 into 560. All right, kids. Yes, Jacob was correct. He got 70. And this is how it should look. Eight won't go into 5, so you go over. And 7 times 8 is 56. So then you subtract 56. Well, 56 minus 6, 56 is 0. So when you put 8 into 0, you get a 0.
Hold on, Miss
That's
Dixon.
how you get 70. 70. And you can always check your answer by doing the multiplication. You can say, well, let's see if that's right. It can do 70 times 8. And 70 times 8 is 560. And so you got the right answer. 70. Okay, we're going to the last one. Last one, number 7. I'm gonna hold it up for a second so the kids at home can read it to themselves. If either one of you can read that, you can read it out loud. But can you see that, Demarian? It says Marissa is planning. You see it?
Yeah,
Can you read it? Marissa is planning.
it's playing.
Is it 35 times 7?
Is
Yes.
it Oh, I
No,
thought
it's
it was-
multiplication. Keep reading, Demarian. Marissa is planning a community picnic. Keep going.
She She had 35 tomatoes that
Yes.
can each produce 7 slices. How many tomatoes slices will she have?
Good. And I'm going to read it again so that all the kids at home can hear. Marissa is planning a community picnic. She has 35 tomatoes that can each produce 7 slices. How many tomato slices will she have? So your important numbers are 35 and 7. And your keyword is each, but you don't know whether to divide or multiply. So you have to visualize. Think of a tomato with 7 slices, and then another tomato with 7 slices, and another tomato with 7 slices.
I got 250.
And then there are, good job, Jacob. And there are 35 of them all together. So it would be very hard. Wouldn't it be very hard to draw out 35 tomatoes and all those slices and all 35 of them? So that's why we're going to multiply instead of adding 35 times. We're just going to multiply 35 times
Or
7.
you could do 35 times 7 or 35 7 times.
That's right. That's very good, Jacob. You could also do, if you still wanted to do addition, which is repeated addition instead of multiplication, you could have add 35 7 times. So I did 35 times 7 2 ways. I did it the regular way, and then I did the box method. So do 35 times 7, and I'll try to hide half of the answer. 35 times 7.
The last one?
This is the last one. 35 times 7. 35 times 7. What answer did you get, Jacob?
255. 245.
245. That's correct.
I got the same.
Demarin, did you get 245?
Yeah.
That's correct. If you do it 35 times 7, this is a old-fashioned regular way. And then also you can do the box method, which is kind of a fun way to do it. You put 30 and 5 and 7, and then you add up 7 times 30 and 7 times 5. And you get the same answer, 245. Okay, you guys, good job. I hope you guys were doing good, and I'll see you at our next meet, okay? Bye-bye. Bye-bye, sweetie.
Bye. I thought we had 7 questions.
That was it. That was 7. That was
But
number
on
7.
mine it has 6.
Hey, Miss Hickson.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, it's Jacob's mom, Cynthia.
Hi.
I was calling to see if you got my message on if it's on Clever or Achieve 3000, that his password is Jolly.
That one, that is Achieve 3000.
Achieve 3000. Okay.
And I apologize for that because I went into the program to look at their passwords, and each kid had like a different password.
Yeah.
It was like Jolly, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And I know, I mean, I've been working with this program since the beginning of the class, and it was just their ID before. So I don't know what happened. I apologize about that.
No, it's fine. And then for the Clever, do you think it's the app that's messing up?
I don't know. They said, they gave us a hint today. Well, I would like to actually get with you and try to get you back into Clever, but they did tell us a hint that, let me see. They said for troubleshooting, they say make sure that your pop-up blocker is not activated. And they said make sure that you're using Chrome, but that doesn't really apply if you're trying to just open Clever. And then they said maybe the Wi-Fi is too slow. But at the same time, I think it should be working. And I think that if you can send me screen caps of what it says, I might be able to help you get on Clever, because Clever is so much easier because you don't have to remember 5 million passwords for
Yeah.
5 million different things. So I'm going to try to help get you on Clever right after this, if y'all have time, right after this phone call. I wanted to show you guys this really quick. I forgot to show you on number 7 that to fill it in, make sure you put for 245, you put the 2 on top, and then you circle in the 2, and you put the 4 on top, and then you circle in the 4, and then you put the 5 on top and circle in the 5, and that's how you make that correctly. Right after, you know what, I'm going to pause the video, and then I'm going to try to help you, okay?
Okay.